3D printers are awesome, and especially if you have one of these machines, let's say like the Bamboo P1S or any of the Crealities that have the management systems that'll take 3 or 4 rolls, or they'll have multiple print heads, you're going to go through a lot of filament. And if you're printing PLA, generally you're not going to have any issues. However, as you start moving up, and let's say you're dealing with PET, PETG, PPU, a lot of the nylon ones, one of the things you will absolutely need to do is to dry the filament because they are hypoglycic. I don't recall, so I don't know the exact word, but hypoglotic, there we go. They will retain a lot of moisture. And even if you're just pulling it out of the pack, odds are it still has 20–30% moisture in there. And what's going to happen is as you start printing it, it's going to show up very, very poorly. So typically when you're getting any of those filaments, let's say PET, PETG, what we have is eSun PETG here, you will need to dry it at least 5 to 8 hours in order to get the moisture down to, let's say, 15 to 20%, and then you're going to get a lot better results when you're printing it. So one of the solutions that you're going to have is what I have here. This is the Sunlu Filament Drier, and this is actually, what's really cool about this is that unlike other filament dryers, they're going to have only space for 1 or 2. This actually has space for 4 different, you can dry 4 filaments at the same time. So I have space here, and you can actually see I have Bamboo Labs on their reusable spools right here, and it is drying it. So if you're going to have an AMS system, if you're going to print multicolor, this will definitely save you a lot more time. Now, what's cool about this one is that you can increase the temperature. This one does up to 70 degrees Celsius, which is going to be fine for the vast majority of the filaments. Although, if you're going to work with some of the higher engineering ones, you're going to want something that's going to go up to, let's say, 85 degrees Celsius. But this one does go up to 70. You have a nice see-through glass, nice construction on here. And like I said, you are going to get the 2 doors right from here. Now, this will also have 8 exit holes for filament tubes. Now, obviously, I have the Bamboo with the AMS, so I don't need to feed it right out of here. However, if you have another 3D printer that does not have a management system, what you can do is actually feed it directly out of the dryer and right into the machine itself. Now, the menu here is actually going to be fairly simple. You can see it's going to work right here. And you're going to have 2 different options of how you can actually run it. Number one is you can set it up so that it's going to run for a base set time. Let's say you want to dry it at let's say we have it set for 60 degrees, and right now it's in the middle of a 6-hour process. You can do that way, and it tells you right now relative humidity inside is 17%. The other way you can actually use this is by the humidity mode. So you can set the humidity in there, and what's going to happen is if the humidity and moisture content goes up over that percentage, it'll actually turn on and it'll start running. Basically, you're going to have the 4 buttons right on here. You have the set button that's going to go through, and you can actually end up setting the temperature with these buttons up and down. So basically it tells you what the present value is and what the set temperature value is right there. Hit that again. You can actually, what this does is it controls the LEDs. So you can turn them off. You can have them running this way and so forth. Okay, this, if you're doing preset modes, so you can have it set for, let's say, TPU, and you can see that it's set it to 55 degrees. If you're drying PETG, it goes up to 60, PLA 65, polycarbonate 70, PA 70, and so forth. So ABS 55 degrees, TPU, and that. And then finally here, you just have the on-off button. Oops, let's get out of there. And this actually changes the mode, and then you have the relative humidity that you can set the humidity to. Okay. Actually, it's one times out, and that's basically going to be the power button right there. So overall, I think it's going to be a really, really good value for the money. If you like the Sunlu name, or if you really like the aesthetic design on here, this is definitely going to be a nice touch. It's a fairly narrow machine, so you're going to have some options that are going to take rolls this way, but they're going to be deeper this way. This one has two next to each other side by side. So you're going to have that option right there. I definitely like the LEDs, and you do have a nice, fairly simple interface. And like I said, and this machine is generally known to be fairly reliable without any issues, unlike some of the competitors that you're going to have out there. So overall, very solid value, and thanks for watching.